Holy cow, Melinda's in the dark. Is she watching a movie? Oh, she's driving. Gorks, great ceiling.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Yeah, it's a pretty ceiling there.
Hi, Carrie. Let's see what the delay is. We got our Primo pad today. Here, I'm gonna help you. Carrie Boyd, unmute.
I'm obviously useless that way.
No, it's just technologically challenged. It's okay.
Totally. Does she like it?
Not really yet.
It's because she's not really in her house. She's not in the kennel anymore much. She sleeps with Madeline at night, so she's only in it if we leave because she's not trustworthy.
No.
So, but we put her in, and I mean, she liked it, but she won't go in there and lay down on it.
Okay, she might.
Yeah, it's locked down. I use the zippies.
Good.
She will eventually.
Yeah, she'll go in her crate and she'll be fine with it. The Primo pads are awesome. You'll love it. Or she'll love it.
Can I switch the camera around on this? No, I can't. Yes, I can. This is last night what the dog did to my slipper while I slept.
Oh.
That was a freaking slipper.
Not good.
She's lucky she's cute.
Yeah, was is the operative word.
I was like, Jesus, Bailey.
Yeah, you know, don't feel bad. Like, we're missing socks all the time. At least she doesn't swallow them. Oh, when I first got my Uggs, she grabbed those. She's like, yay, it's animal.
Oh, Uggs are the best.
Yeah.
They're fuzzy. They're awesome.
Yep, she wanted those.
Yes.
Those are the ones I won from Elise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like, bad dog.
bad dog.
Leave them alone.
All right, we got some people on tonight. Nice.
Woo.
Welcome everyone.
How do I?
Wait, look at Crystal in her office. Nice. Look at her house all done. Wait, is that
I'll
Ben
take
on
you.
camera? How is that even possible? He's on baby duty even. Amazing. All right. So it is, are we 7 o'clock yet? Are we there?
Yeah.
All right, we're 7. So tonight I tried something a little different. For those of you that did not get the message, I messaged a group of leaders on this team and I asked last minute to help us out. And everyone is going to take 5 or 10 minutes and talk about a subject that helps them, and hopefully that will help each of you. I feel a lot of times, especially on the team meetings, you guys get information from me, but it's not always like gelling. Like, I need everyone's input, like all the other team leaders. I think it's better if we all get together and each of you speak, so that way it goes across the entire team and everyone benefits from every little thing. I don't do things the same way Crystal does, or Christy, or Rick, or Jamie, or anything. So each of us do things a little bit different, and hopefully you guys will get something out of it. With that being said, my first topic tonight I am going to take, and it is something that has helped me tremendously in my business and in my focus. And I know we've spoken about it 100 times, and all of the 200Ks that I follow have done something very similar. But I will tell you guys, it works. I started unfollowing thrivers. And I know you think it sounds horrible to like be friendly with these people and be like, unfollow, see you later, unfollow. But let me tell you what happens when you do that. You start seeing things from Facebook friends that you may not ever see in your newsfeed, are not thriving. You can interact with those people. And guess what? Your Thrive friends totally understand. They get it. They are probably doing the same thing, so they don't mind. Every once in a while, you can check on the people that you're super friendly with. There's no problem with that. I can tell you right now that I have maybe 50 Thrive people that I follow. I've reached the 500 point of unfollowing people, which is, for me, it was pretty scary, because when I first started this business, I didn't follow certain people right away. I followed everyone that was thriving because I wanted to know what everyone was saying and how things were happening, and how so-and-so said something in Oklahoma versus how I say it in Massachusetts. And I found a lot of information that way. However, what it's done for me at this point is slowed me down, because I read everyone and I feel bad if I don't like people's posts and comment on their stuff. And the problem with that is you spend far too much time scrolling on Facebook, which you will hear later on tonight. And it's not purposeful. It's not malicious. You just get caught up trying to be nice to everyone. And let's be honest, it's too hard to be nice to everyone on Thrive every day. Like, you will literally be on Facebook 8 hours a day and go, shit, I didn't get anything done today. I've done it. I'm only saying it because I have done it. I am not better than any one person on this team. I've done it day after day after day. And then I said, holy shit, I have done nothing this week. My PPA drops. And then I go, now I need to jumpstart everything. Well, guess what? It's a little late for that. You got to go work now. And next month, hopefully it makes sense. Because remember this all the time, what you do today will affect you in 2 weeks. So if you take time off today, plan on 2 weeks, your stuff start dropping. It's just how this business works. So with the exception of your immediate team and uplines that you take inspiration from, relate to, I would suggest remove Thrivers from your newsfeed. I have, for instance, Aaron Aponte is always in my newsfeed. Love the guy. He's a very, very good friend. Billy Holderby is a very good friend of mine, and I love his inspiration, and he works. Elise always, Blair Critch, Dana Chuva, who else? Andre Green. And Heather Green. There's just certain people that I relate to so well, and I watch them work, and I know they're doing the job. Kelly Hoover is another one. Cheyenne Wilson. These people are consistently on the top of the PPA board company-wide for a reason. They work their business every day. If you look at their Thrive posts every day, they're not hammering people. They're just doing their work, and then they'll come back and hit Facebook later on in the day. Most of them do it twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and then they're off Facebook. They're doing calls, they're doing reach outs, they're doing other things and not going through Facebook. I have messaged Blair on Facebook and I never got an answer back for like 4 hours. She's like, why didn't you just text me? I won't look at Facebook. I mean, she's my friend and she just will not look at it. And I've told you guys this too, when you need a three-way call, text, because I'm starting to do the same thing. I won't look at Facebook, and I honestly have, this is not because I'm popular or anything, but I don't answer messages often, and I sometimes have like 100 of them just sitting there, and I can't get through them all in a reasonable amount of time, so I don't bother. I'll try and scan through, and sometimes I'll grab somebody because I recognize a name, but if you need something and it's important, text me. Like, don't ever feel like you're going to bother me or Kim or any leader. Most of us, and if you don't do it now, will put your phone in do not disturb mode when you don't want to be disturbed. So if there's something you need at 2 o'clock in the morning and you want to tell me so you don't forget it, text me. That's perfectly fine. Don't expect an answer, but you can text me and I'll answer it as soon as I get up. I get up at 5:30 every day, which is why I go to bed a little earlier. So that's all there is to that.
Yes.
Does anyone have anything to ask or add to that? I'm trying to look through and make sure I see everybody. No? All right. I'm going to turn it over to the wifey, and I'll let Kim speak next.
The wifey.
Yeah, this chick.
This chick. All right. So for me, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was how I start my morning. I start my morning the same way every single day. Obviously, first thing I do is I take those Thrive capsules with 8 ounces of water. And then I go downstairs and I actually put on my headphones, and I've been watching this video for over a month now, every single morning. It's called Win the Morning, Win the Day. And for me, it has really changed a lot of the way that my day actually starts, because before I used to sit there and I would scroll Facebook and I'd see things on there that would irritate me, or it would just kind of like throw me off track, and I couldn't get motivated to do what I was supposed to do. So for me, this was my way of, not doing the mindless scrolling, watching this video, and it's just helped me so much. So I'll do my video and then I will journal. He's trying to make me look at the camera and I'm looking at myself. Sorry. So, but I think it's very important. How you start your day is how your day is going to end. So if you start your day off on a positive note and listen to those videos or something that's motivating you, even if it's 10 minutes, mine's about 30 minutes long. But listen to something that's 10 minutes of motivation first thing. And it's really going to change how your day starts, I feel. And the journaling is huge too. So when you wake up in the morning, just, write down whatever you're thankful for, what you're grateful for, because it's so easy to get caught up sometimes with things when they go wrong. So if you start your morning positive, I just think that you're going to have a positive day. The other thing too is we have our accountability group, and I've been challenging them to watch the same video every single day. And part of the reason for this is what the millionaires do. Elise told us to listen to Earl Nightingale every single day for 30 days.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yep, Think and Grow Rich. And it's seriously probably the most boring thing on the planet. And it literally puts us to sleep every night. But that's besides the point. But when you listen to something every day, it actually just starts to, I don't know, maybe you commit it to memory, but you actually, it sinks in and you actually start to feel it. So for me, watching this video every single day, I can almost recite the whole thing by now. And I'm not going to stop listening to it. This is how I want to start my morning. I want to see if I can do it every single day for this whole year. And then I listen to whatever else I, want to during the day. I had to drive around today, so I threw on another motivating video in the car. And it's just instead of listening to music or, doing those things that aren't going to help my business, that's what I do. So that's pretty much all I have. Just start your morning out positive. Don't do the mindless scrolling in the morning. Get your posts ready for the day. That's one thing that I do too while I'm listening to the video. I've actually been posting more to Instagram. For me, it seems to be working a lot better lately. I've been getting a lot more people from Instagram interested in Thrive. So I always start my posting there. And then it seems like Facebook, if you post later on during the day, you'll get a little bit more activity than if you post first thing in the morning. That's what I'm finding. But I still post to Facebook. It's always just something first thing in the morning that's motivating. That's it. So that's about all I have.
Awesome. I do not do that.
He scrolls.
She gets irritated. I find the first thing that pisses me off and I answer them for like 10 minutes, and it's a bad habit. And I will tell you guys, it's a really, really bad habit. And I wish I had the motivation she has. But she puts her headphones on. I can't say anything to her for 30 minutes. She's like, and that makes me even madder. So then I just go to Facebook. So do your thing. I can tell you she's better for it. I know she's better for it. I know that I would probably be better for it, but she keeps pushing me. So I say no.
He listened one day.
Yeah, I can't every day. It bores me to freaking tears. I need to figure it out and I need to learn how to do it. So listen, like I said before, I'm no better than anyone else. I just started a little sooner. I have the same issues and the same hangups as everyone else on this team. In fact, mine are far bigger because I got to worry about a whole bunch of people too. So I need to step my shit up faster. Actually, that's fine. There's no kids here. I need to step up a little better and help you guys better. And I feel like I will get there. And I will listen to your damn motivational stuff every morning, but I'm going to pick my own.
It just pretty much tells you that you're amazing. I mean,
I
who
know
doesn't
that.
want to hear that they're amazing first thing in the morning? Because it really puts you in a good mood. I want to hear I'm amazing every day. And I don't want to hear it from him because he has to say I'm amazing. Right, Crystal?
You need to find something that speaks to you. You need to
Correct.
get Eddie Thomas or
Eric
somebody,
Thomas.
right,
Eric
him.
Thomas. I love
That
Eric
he's
Thomas.
your guy. So find
E.T.
something that speaks to you. That spoke to us. That's why we consistently make it a priority every day, and it works for us. If it doesn't work for you, then don't torture yourself and force yourself to do it, because it's not doing anything good for you. Find something that speaks to you.
Thank you.
So tomorrow morning, what's he going to listen to?
I'll listen to E.T. I'll find a good one. I like him.
Find something you
He's
love.
raw and real. I like that.
Yeah.
Good job. I know you listen to the same one she does. I know it. So you guys and I like it.
I don't do it every morning. I do something every morning. I do that probably 5 out of 7 mornings. So when I don't have something else that I maybe found along the way during the day, it's my go-to. But I always do something in the morning, and it usually is that, and I love it. It actually, timing wise, if I put it on the minute I take my capsules, it's over by the time I'm walking the dogs. I mean, it's literally perfect for my new routine, so it fits me, and I love it. It's got some really great stuff in there. So yeah, I do like that. And
Okay.
the no scrolling thing too. I actually put Post-its everywhere that say stop scrolling, and every time I pick up my phone and I go to do anything on Facebook besides look at notifications and messages or unfollow thrivers, I hear it in my head, stop scrolling, and I put my phone down.
She will tell you. As soon as I start scrolling, I always stop at the one that pisses me off the most, and it like starts my day bad. It's bad. It's some skeptic that's calling Thrive a pyramid scheme or a scam, and I'm like, son of a, and I start going, and it's like, so then it's all over from there.
Block and delete, and bye-bye. See ya. Bye. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's easy. So anyway, I'm going to let Crystal continue. Up next. Crystal,
hi guys. So yes, stop scrolling, unfollow thrivers. I did keep a handful because there are people that you want to emulate. You want to be where they are. You want to do what they do. So you should absolutely use them for motivation and help you with ideas on how to make your posts. But stop scrolling. Get off that like black hole that is social media, because you get lost. You do. It's the rabbit hole. So think about the time you could be reaching out to new people, following up with people that maybe aren't thriving anymore, or said they liked it a long time ago and then you totally forgot about them. Get your lists updated and spend that time doing something income producing instead of scrolling and looking at this nonsense. Me personally, this week, I started a new personal development book, Grant Cardone's 10X Rule, and I absolutely am loving it. I love him. I've always really enjoyed him and his speed and his passion. Everything he does is like really, really, he's excited. It's not like the Earl Nightingale. You want to fall asleep when you listen to it. But the basic idea, and I'm on like chapter 4 or 5, and I have to stop and start over. And because I've been so busy, I've been putting my headset on. It's an Audible book, and I've been working while I'm listening to it. But at the end of every chapter, he gives you an exercise to, journal. And that is something I'm having a really hard time putting into my day, is journaling. And we talk about how important it is. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this as my gateway drug to journaling. I'm going to, make sure that I do one chapter at a time, and then I'm sitting down, taking notes, and then using the exercise at the end of the chapter to journal. It gives you a chance to realize what you've learned, to write it down, which is going to make you remember it more. And then if you're using that as affirmations every day, which is something else that I think is amazing. You take those affirmations, you end your day with them, you start your next morning with them, and then you do it all over again for chapter 3 and chapter 4 and chapter 5. So that's my plan with Grant's 10X rule. It basically, 10X rule is 10 times more effort, 10 times more reach outs, 10 times more friendly smiles on the street, 10 times more anything, guys, whether it's this business or anything else that you're trying to succeed with. If you put 10 times more effort out, you're going to get more back. So that's obvious, right? I mean, I don't think anybody needs to be a bajillionaire, entrepreneur, mentor, selling out stadiums to know that, but who does it? I mean, we always talk about in this business, you know, minimum 3 new emails a day, minimum 5 new reach outs a day. Why are you striving to be ordinary? Why are you striving to be average? Do not get stuck in this average lane, because life and society makes you feel like you're okay just being average. It's safe, right? You're not down here, not doing anything. You're not a couch potato. You're not lazy. You're making a pretty good income. You're doing okay, and that's fine. Society makes that so okay. I'm not okay with that. I don't want to be average. I don't want to be ordinary. I want to be much, much more than that, and we all have the capabilities of doing it. So that's what I've gotten so far out of 10X Rule, and I'm, like I said, chapter 4, so I'm sure that it gets even better from there. And then another thing that I did this week that really worked for me, Kim and Scott recommended, I think it was Kim recommended, grab hubby's phone. So obviously you couldn't do this because he has his own business, but if you have a spouse or a significant other that doesn't necessarily run a Thrive business like we do, obviously with their permission, get into their Facebook Messenger. You can do it from your phone. You don't need to get in, on their phone or anything. You can actually sign into multiple Facebook Messenger accounts on your phone. It's really easy to switch back and forth. You don't have to put the password in. It just switches back and forth for you. And I sent out this really great message from my husband to all of his friends from high school. Hey, Happy New Year. Awesome. It's going to be an awesome year. Listen, my wife needs some extra emails to reach her goal. No spam, no pressure, free account. Check it out if you're interested, whatever. And I sent out like 20 and I got like 18. So it was amazing. And the funniest part was we have a mutual friend that he knows from his childhood. And I've sent her multiple messages because she absolutely would benefit from this product, and she ignored me every single time. She read them and she never responded. She never liked them, nothing. And I sent it from his, and she answered and responded with her email address immediately. So, and I'm not offended by that at all. And I actually had one guy make me prove I wasn't a bot. And I'm fine with that too. He's like, so tell me, how do we know each other? And I was able to answer that question. So, and he actually gave me 2 email addresses, his and his wife's. So, just think outside the box a little bit, guys. I keep telling my team, if what you're doing isn't working, stop doing it. Do something else. Switch it up. Change it up. So I did that, and I got to give my husband credit. He's been saying it for months. He's like, why don't you go and check out my Facebook friends list and send those messages? But I was still working on my own stuff, and I started today, and it was good. It was great. So I recommend getting in there.
Good job, Crystal. Good job, Danny. I am going to invite, I think he left. Rick was on. Looked like he was freezing on top of a mountain somewhere. I think he's snowboarding with Caitlin. So I was going to have him speak if he wanted to. I didn't know if he was in or not, but he looks like he bailed out.
We lost him.
That's all right. How about Christy? Christy Jammies.
Yeah, Shay, how was our secret? Shut it.
It's not a secret. You don't even want to know what I'm wearing right now. I just have a shirt on.
Oh. Poor Kim. Well, you took mine, what I was going to talk about, unfriending Thrivers.
No, do your version. It's okay. And that's the one thing I love about this, because we speak differently. Like, you absolutely do not smash people in the face like I do. Christy has her way of doing things. It's perfectly fine. Go for it.
All right. So I've obviously been hearing that for a while, that I should do that, not unfriend, sorry, unfollow Thrivers. And I just never have. And today I had nothing to do at work. So I was literally the entire time going through Facebook, and I'm like, oh, that's a Thriver. I don't need to follow, and unfollow them. And it was crazy how much how much more I started to see. Like if I like refreshed it or went back in or whatever, I was like, oh, I forgot about that person. It was crazy. Like I saw an immediate change in my my post, my wall or whatever, feed, that's the word. So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and I love hearing that people are doing it and having some success on it, because I know what works for one person doesn't always work for someone else. I hit the Facebook friend limit a couple of months ago, and I couldn't imagine that I knew that many people, because half of them I really didn't know. Like, I've done calls with some bigger Thrivers, and their entire team adds me. So I didn't want to be mean, and I'm like, sure, and I add everybody, and that happened a bunch of times. And then I'm like, who are all these people? And then I start seeing their like daily life come up, and I'm like, I don't know any of these people. I had to get rid of them because, it's not doing me any good. And it's nice to see how other people live, but no offense, if I don't know you, I don't care. And it sounds mean, but I just don't. I'm running a business, and I need to see my friends that are complaining of being tired and needing a change in their life, and things happening to them that I can comment on, and they can know that I'm still engaged with them, and I'm still their friend, and not just trying to sell them something. And I think that's the biggest one that's going to allow all of you guys to interact with your friends that you may not have in the recent past because of so many Thrivers. Once people start seeing you liking their posts, commenting on just anything not Thrive related, like, then they understand. They're like, oh, because some of my friends only saw Thrive posts. And it's the weirdest thing. I've asked a few people, and they said, I never see anything about your life. I'm like, dude, I go to the beach, I drive my car, I'm all over the place. I post everything online. They're like, I only see Thrive. That's all I ever see. Well, maybe they only wanted to see that so they could complain. But I have a feeling most of them complained about Thrive posts. So Facebook only showed them Thrive posts because those are the ones they complained about. You know what I mean? Like, all you do is post about Thrive, and they answered a Thrive post. So Facebook in the algorithm says, oh, they commented on a Thrive post. There's an interaction. Anytime those two words are together, that's what they showed them. I just don't know how it works internally with Facebook because they keep changing it. But I will tell you, it's not going to happen anymore. Like, I'm starting to talk to my friends and people that I haven't seen in 20 years. It's craziness. And I'm not even exaggerating. I'm down 500 Thrivers, and I will remove another 500 in the following week. By the end of next weekend, there'll be another 500 gone. And it's not mean. It's not malicious. I don't dislike anybody, but I need to know who I'm talking to and who I'm targeting. Because if I just send them private messages and don't ever like anything these people post or comment on anything in their life, of course they're not going to like listen to me or respond. It just doesn't make any sense. So there's that.
What I wanted to add too to what he was saying about you not seeing your friends' posts. I mean, for Scott and I, we're a little bit older, so people that we went to school with, we've lost touch with. I mean, you figure we moved away, we didn't stay in the same town, things like that. So we really need to rebuild those relationships again with them too. So you kind of have to look at it that way. When we're not seeing their posts and then we're not commenting on, on their things with their family and things like that. And then we're like, hey, can we get your email address so we can set you up with a free account? They're like, I haven't talked to you in freaking 20 years and you want my email address? Of course they're going to think the first thing that they're doing is getting sold on something. So sometimes I think you need to think about rebuilding those relationships with people that you've lost touch with. I know that has worked for me. Instead of just kind of going right in and saying, hey, you know what, can you help me out with the email address? Because I'll be real honest with you. I was reaching out to 40, 50, 60 people a day. And sometimes I was lucky if I got 2 email addresses back. So don't get discouraged. I mean, hang in there. Sometimes, you know, a lot of them were unread. Some of them were read and they were just ignored. But, you know, I think it all depends on the person. And you would know better, but work on building those relationships. As Elise calls it, she says form. So it's family, occupation, recreation, and then you deliver your message. So, you know, maybe you can't deliver that message when you first start talking to somebody. Maybe you need to keep on making conversation with them or talking to them and finding out about them. But I'll tell you, when you do that, when you have that relationship, you're going to be a lot more successful.
Absolutely. Well, we got Rick back temporarily. He's got a mask on though, so I don't know if it's got to be like -20 on the top of that freaking mountain.
I'm thinking like -50.
Dude, you don't have to talk if you don't want
to. He's laughing at us.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
I'm okay. I'm here.
There he is. There he is.
Yay.
I have a hard time figuring out how to make this thing so I can talk. How you guys doing?
Good, buddy. I didn't know if you wanted to speak because I knew you were snowboarding, so I didn't want to assume, but I wanted to at least give you a chance if you did.
I think you guys covered pretty much all of it.
Okay. No worries. Be safe out there. Have fun. And we're just...
Oh, absolutely. You guys have fun.
All right, bud.
Bye.
We are missing one of our key leaders tonight. And I just want everyone to know Jamie Zisk is with us in spirit. I know he wanted to be on. He needed this tonight. But he had a funeral to go to today. And I'll let him discuss it when he's ready. But he's... you guys just reach out to him and say, hey, I think that would be nice.
And happy birthday. If you have his
it's
cell
his
phone,
birthday today.
shoot him a text.
And I just want to let everyone know he's older than me. So I just had to throw that in there. He got a good laugh out of that this morning.
I don't find it funny because I'm older than both of you.
So, and you said it. I didn't have to say anything. I wasn't even going there.
It's fine. It is what it is.
But that's about all we have for tonight. I'm going to open the floor up for a few minutes. If anyone has anything you want to add, don't be shy. Any questions, anything going on that you want to share with anyone? Any success stories this week?
Yeah.
Hit it. Let's cheer each other on. This is a good time to do that.
Voice messages. Has anybody been using those? Are they working for you?
Heidi says yes.
Yes. Christy, have you sent any voice messages?
I sent voice messages. I haven't gotten any replies back, but I've been doing it more, and it's easier, it's faster than typing out, you know, and I hate to say this, admit it, but I can do it while I'm driving, you know, bang something out real quick and whatever, you know. So, I mean, I have done a lot of those. So, but I do want to say that today I'm driving into school and it's midterm week, and my son made a comment about not studying. And so I gave him this whole thing. Well, did you, you know, go in with a positive attitude and envision yourself doing well? And I'm going on and on and on and on. And I'm quoting that video, Kim. Honest to God, I'm like, it's just coming out of my mouth. And I'm not even thinking about it. It's coming out of my mouth. And then I stopped and he goes, so you're going to give me the Thrive pitch now too? And I was like, oh my God. It's like, but like when you talk about hearing the same thing every day, and I know you and I had a conversation on the side, but yeah, it just, you get it. It goes in here and you think about it and it hits you. So I was thinking about, again, using it in the morning when I have homeroom and making my kids watch it. Christy, your son's going to love that. But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about adding to the day. So
good job, Teets. That's awesome. There's a good success story there. How about anyone else? Who's got something good going on? Let's end this on a big positive note tonight. Hi, Maria. I see you. I see Jace hanging out.
He's like, what?
He's like, who says my name?
He's like, hey.
There's something positive. Jace is in our team meeting.
There he goes. Future Thriver of America.
Who else has kids that are interested in Thrive? I mean, they may not be taking it, but your kids, duh, Kate, really? Leanie's going to do everything for you now.
So Kalina sent me a video of her daughter doing the Thrive Kids, and I told her to post it because it's the cutest thing of her having her brain juice.
Oh, yeah. Paul will love that.
Yeah, I keep telling her, and she's
totally
like, well,
does.
I keep blowing up Facebook, and I don't want it to be all about Thrive. And I'm like, well, you don't have to say it's Thrive right away. Just get the seed out, and then people can ask what she's drinking.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Not trying to throw her under the bus or anything.
That's all right. Heidi just totally threw Rocco under the bus there. There's like, oh my goodness. Oh, look at all this is like Kid Central.
It is.
You do not get the dog.
Can I bring this little fluffy one? No.
No. We've had enough of her today. I have had enough of her today.
She won't even let me leave the house anymore. For those of you that saw the picture, she blocked the door.
She flies down the stairs and sits in front of the door so Kim can't open it and leave. Craziness.
She's got problems.
So thank you guys all for zooming in tonight. It's so great to see everyone's face. For those of you in Florida, I'm hoping to see you Friday night. Friday's a big night.
Yes.
We have 8 200K leaders. We have our CFO. We have a couple of millionaires. We have yours truly, the very first speaker of our local. And I'm super excited. It's our very first Florida local.
Yes.
And it's going to be huge. And I hear, not really sure, but I hear Paul Gravette might make an appearance at this one. So it's going to be one that you don't want to miss. It's going to be interesting. And then we have our retreat this weekend with Blair Critch. So I'm hoping to take lots of notes. Kim's going to take lots of notes.
Yes.
Crystal's going to take lots of notes. And
do yourselves a favor. If you're not following Blair, please add her. Make sure that you're following her and put her in your C first. She is probably one of the most positive people I know, and I'm very proud to call her our friend.
Yeah.
She's just seriously the most amazing woman, one of the most amazing women I've ever met in my whole entire life.
I will definitely attest to that. Someone that is just our friend who doesn't benefit monetarily from anything that we do, yet she will monitor my Facebook, and every time I do something that she doesn't feel is going to help me, she has no problem calling me out and go, do you really want to post that? Let me help you with this. And like, she just takes time out of her day to help me for no other reason. And I'm seriously like blown away by that. And she gave Kim this book that she's been reading, and I don't know. I'm just love her. Love my Thrive family and my Thrive friends, and 2018 is it for all of us. I feel it. I feel it really strong. Oh, I caught half of Kate's. I'll read that in a second, Kate. I think something about Leanie taking Thrive and organizing all of her Thrive, and she's going to start doing all her appointments. And I'm going to just call her about three-way calls because she'll make it happen. All right, guys. You all have a great night. Great seeing everyone, and we will talk soon. Take care.
Rocco out!
Rocco out!
He's been waiting for that.
I bet he has.
Every meeting that way if necessary.
I'm trying.
I love it.